On to game number 4 of Unity versus Rush. The second game was a draw, and that's why there's only 2 points on the table. But Rush have actually almost secured the win here. If they win this game, or this game is a draw, Rush will walk away with the 3 points. And here we go. Right, similar plan as they did last time when they spawned from this location. Everyone goes into the east side with the T-71 and the AMX 5100 going into here. But this time Rush knows the plan and has it come down this side themselves with all their forces, but Hexecutor takes a shot into the face and no damage is returned onto the enemy. Not a good exchange there for Rush, but now the AMX 5100 and the T-71 can't really help their teammates here. And they have to be careful because if Rush comes down here in full force, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Cap, though, is on watch out to make sure that if anything, Overwatch should I say, to make sure that anything that comes down here will be shot and taken out. My throat is phlegming over. Killeroid is at the front there with his VK2801, trying to make something happen, trying to get an angle of attack, but this is a complicated situation that Rush doesn't seem to have a hold on, as the Bisons from Max is able to do some sort of damage, or at least try to get some sort of damage onto them. There's not much cover when you're coming from this sort of direction, especially from where Max is right now. If you see where he is, he's got line of sight into any places here. You've got a short period here from cover, but if any enemies are here, they can come down and shoot you. You've got over here on this side, but the AMX can shoot you. So this is a very dangerous position for Rush. I'm surprised they haven't sent something over on the far side. But the AMX 5100 is still staying in position. Let's actually go over to him and see what he can see from where he is. Let's see. So the AMX 5100 from his position, Vulcan, can't really see all that much. He's got a line of sight down here and over onto this area here with my mouse. You can see this area here and all the way over here. Not really worth it, but the AMX 1390s run back to try and counter Dulux, who's going after Dead Doctor. Not sure if it's worth it sacrificing a AMX 1390 from the front line to try and get a T2 light. Dead Doctor and Dulux hammering it out, and this time Dead Doctor gets the upper hand. Dulux losing a lot more HP, and going down to the shot from Cap there. But in the meantime, as predicted, Rush come out and take advantage of the tank being down. The Anti-Lich goes down immediately with all this sort of burst fire. Inspira and then ends up aiming for Vulcan. Vulcan goes down to 200 HP, but pop goes the Weasel and down goes Labawa. That's going to be huge, but 6 HP on the AMX. Ram going in for Kilroy. Ram successful. Inspira goes down to 38 HP and he goes down. Shy though still could take another hit from the VK if he low rolls, but his teammate there goes down and power slides anyone remaining. Kilroy doesn't roll low and does take out the enemy. So now it's at VK2801 and a AMX 5100 power sliding Kilroy with both Bisons in support versus Cap and Falcon. And what I meant by both Bisons in support, as in both teams have their Bisons in support of their 2 combat tanks. So is the VK worth it in this situation? Well, we see now that the AMX 5100 will be out for 60 seconds. And they've got to be careful at this point, because if they engage right now, they either have less shells or they have a reloading tank. And they've got to make sure that that isn't happening. So Kilroy is now moving out with only 288 HP, he could be taken out with 1 shot if a high damage roll is rolled, but there's a chance he could survive a single shot. But I wouldn't be confident in that. But Cap and Falcon need to stay together, because if they're set on their own, they could be isolated and killed by Power Slide and the VK very quickly. And there goes Dead Doctor. Ammo racked just for injustice. Kilroyd with his derp cannon able to kill him in 1 shot regardless, but does manage to hit the ammo rack and blows up the T1. And there's no kill like overkill, is there, sir? Right, in the meantime, we have the remaining forces over here for Unity, Falcon and Cap. I would not separate them though. If Cap gets isolated, he will get 1, maybe 2 shots off before he's dead. That might be enough to kill the VK, but it won't be enough to kill both of them. So regardless of him being at full HP, this could still be turned around and Rush could take the victory, especially if Eclipse get a good shot onto him. So he's got to be careful. Falcon is in no position to support him right now. I find this happens a lot with teams. They actually don't stay together when they go down to 1 or 2 tanks. They split off and they end up losing, getting picked off, even at this level. They feel that the separation of the tanks and covering more ground does give them a bigger advantage, but there we go. The Bison smacks straight on the Cap, doing a huge amount of damage. That could have also been Power Slide, but I just got a feeling that was Eclipse hitting him directly with the Bison, and he now has to be forced to retreat. As we see here, now he's no longer at 4 HP. He's got the same amount of HP as Falcon. It was a waste of a hit. There was no need for it. Absolutely no need. So in this situation where they've got all their forces together, the Bison is a little bit close, but that is to prevent the Bison from being picked off from an enemy force. However, maybe even at this point you might want to use the Bison for scouting, not literally to suicide it, but to have it in a different location so it spots if the enemy are doing flanking maneuvers. However, that has drawbacks as well, being isolated and guaranteed death if the enemy do come upon him. We now have to wait. 3 minutes left on the clock. I wouldn't be surprised to see another wait until 2 minutes before something big happens from both teams, especially with how much damage Rush had taken in the previous set of fights. They probably are going to be going for a draw. Well, a draw situation. Remember, Rush could draw this game and lose the next one and still win. It's Unity that have to pull off the win here. So Rush are going to let Unity make the mistakes. There's only 2 games remaining in the set, so Unity has to win both of them to gain an overall draw, and Rush knows this, so they're not going to risk making an aggressive maneuver against Unity when Unity will have the upper hand of HP. Absolutely no reason for them to do this. Unity, that is. They run the risk of this being a draw. If this game is a draw or a loss, they will lose. They need to make a play. 3 minutes left on the clock. They are running out of time. Both Falcon and Cap would have been reloaded, and Power Slide is now spotted. It looks like Cap is going for the shots. Will he connect? No, the answer is he doesn't want to go for it. The AMX-90 has a 40-second reload. He doesn't want to risk it. And the artillery just misses. What a shot from Eclipse. Just short, ever so slightly. Must have been an armor-penetrating round, and that did not connect. And just trying to see what they're planning to do. Falcon over on the far side here, poking forward again, separating the forces. 2 minutes left. They've got to try and make a play. If they don't, as I said, if they draw this or lose this, they're going to lose the set. And Unity can't afford that. In the table for this point in the league, they aren't doing particularly well, so that's not so good for them. And Kilroy is spotted. First shot goes into him, and it looks like he's going to go down to a sandwich situation here from Falcon and Cap. Rush, I don't know what this decision was. This is absolutely suicidal, as they knew that they have to be defensive, but they've gone for the risk anyway. With 1 minute 40 left on the clock, if he goes down, it's going to leave Unity in a situation where they can only do one thing, and that's rush them. But the VK comes around the back and still gets caught out. Power Slide is looking to engage though, and does hit Cap. Great shot there from Power Slide, but it looks like Unity's definitely in the upper hand. They need to press this. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Are they aware there's only 1 minute left on the clock? I don't think they are. They have no sense of urgency right now, and if Unity don't get their skates on, this is going to be a draw, and that's it. The set goes to Rush. So let's see what they manage to do, and they are being more aggressive now. I think they've woken up to the fact that they need to make something happen. 1 minute left, we can count the seconds. Falcon and Cap, you need to find Eclipse as well after killing Power Slide. And Power Slide is not slow, he's in an AMX 5100, so don't get cocky. Here he is though. Power Slide is trying to run away. They stop for their shots. This is not going to be able to connect because Power Slide is too far away. Cap might get a shot. Yes, Cap did get a shot on. 262, pretty low roll there. Not able to finish him off, or set him on fire or damage his engine. So Falcon and Cap moving into the Cap circle, and they're going to see maybe put some pressure on from that, but I don't think they've got enough time. No, with 20 seconds left, they're just not going to do it. They've left it far too late. Eclipse is probably over in A0 or something. No, you can't. There is a Bison there in G8. They've got to find them within 14 seconds of each other. They've got to split up, but I'm not even sure if Falcon could win a one-on-one fight with Power. So this is a draw, which means that Unity are going to lose the set, and it's going to be 0-2 with 1 game remaining. Eclipse has been found, but Power Slide is still alive. But oh, well, this is down to the wire. Left it too late, though. Unity, Unity, Unity. Naughty, naughty. That's what you get for being ultra defensive. Unity are famed for their absolutely cautious play. They are very good at being cautious, but overcautious, you lose sets. Unity have now lost. They're going to play the 5th game regardless. They need to see if Unity can get a point or a game in against Rush. If, for example, Unity and Rush were drawn on points, they would look back at the games where they face each other, and if Unity lose 3-0, for example, it would look a lot worse than 2-1. So Unity really are going to look to try and get this last battle victory from Rush. Oh, crack the neck and shoulder. The last game is loading in as I take a sip of coffee. I haven't been sleeping all that well. I don't know why. But there's my amazing book from a friend of mine. I recommend you all get it. It's actually got a picture of him on the back if you didn't know what he looked like.